Very good evening, all of you. Welcome to the physics class on electricity, class 10th, as per CBSE syllabus. We are sharing this video for education purposes only on behalf of Ambition Vedic classes. This class is going to be a little short for today. Very sorry for that. And in previous class, we have studied about Joule's law of heating effect. We have seen the expression and its derivation. In today's class, we will revise a little bit and then we'll move forward to the concept of power. So, in Joule's law of heating effect, we have seen that whenever a current is passed through a conductor, the wire or the conductor gets heated up. That amount of heat energy. So, whenever a current is flowing through a wire, the wire gets heated and there is amount of heat generated. Okay, this principle of heating effect of electric current we use in many electrical devices. For example, electric iron, we use in electric iron, in bulb, many other places actually. In big industries people use it. Okay, so according to Joule's law of heating, basically this law help us find out the amount of heat generated depending upon the resistance of the conductor, the time, and the uh, current flowing through the wire. Okay, so let's see. We have seen that heat produces in a resistor is directly proportional to number one, square of the current flowing through the wire. It depends on the value of a current, right? Because current is nothing but the flow of electrons from one point to another point. So if the current is very high, large number of electrons will be moving between the points which is at high potential and the point which is at low electric potential. So it is very much important, the value of current. So it is directly proportional to square of the current which is flowing through the resistor. Number two, it also depends on the resistance offered by the conductor. Okay, because conductor is made up of large number of atoms. If the atoms are very closely spaced, then definitely the number of collisions will be more and therefore more amount of heat will be generated. Also, if we allow a very small value of a current to flow through the wire for large time, definitely the resistance will be comparable. It will be very high again. So according to the Joule's law of heating, we saw that the amount of heat energy produced or amount of energy which is consumed is directly proportional to these three quantities, which is current, square of the current, the resistance of the conductor, and the time for which the current is flowing through the wire. Even if the value of current is less and the current is flowing for very large time, heat produced will be high. So it does not only depend on time, it also depends on resistance of the wire and current. If a very large amount of a current, if it is flowing for very short time, still the heat energy will be produced or consumed will be very high. And heat energy is always measured in joules. Okay, there is a mistake here. This mistake is that actually intentionally this mistake I have made here so that you people will understand. Whenever writing units which is based on name of a scientist, the first letter of the name should be small. For example, if you are writing Newton, so then the first letter should be N. But instead of using the entire name, if you are writing only symbol, so then the symbol should be in capitals. So for example, when we measure force, while measuring force or writing the uh, magnitude of force, the Newton sign we have seen that it is always in capital N, capital letters. Okay, but if we are writing Newton full or completely, then the first letter should be small. Please, this is obeyed in entire science community, so we should also follow it. Kindly correct this. So here first letter should be small j. Then coming to power, we have seen that in the in previous class, power is nothing but rate of doing work. For how much time? For example, if we take it from mechanics, If we take the example from mechanics, if someone is pushing a big rock for a very large amount of a time, very from long time, then he is spending lot of power behind pushing that big rock. Okay, provided the brick should move from one place to another. Okay, because work done also depends on displacement of a body. If the displacement is zero, then the work done is zero. So power is nothing but it is rate of doing work. uh, and then we have also seen in the last class, rate means nothing but something divided by time. Here work we are doing, so work divided by time is nothing but power, or in easy way we can define it as work done divided by time or per unit time. So power is equals to work done upon time, and power is P is equals to W by T. P is a symbol of power, W is capital W is the symbol for work done, and W is a symbol for work done, and T is a symbol for time. Fine. Then very importantly, this will be asked in many entrance exam, whichever you are facing all over the world. What is the unit of power? So first of all, the unit of power is nothing but watt. Okay, WATT. It is based on the name of a scientist who discovered steam engine just by looking her mother cook a food in a cooker. So from the cooker, he made, or he got an idea to build an engine of a railway engine actually, or steam engine, what we call it. His name is James Watt. So based on his name, this unit is taken, watt. That is the name of a scientist here again. So this should be in small letters. Very sorry for that. Then what is watt? 1 watt is defined as power consumed by a device carrying 1 ampere of a current when operated at a potential difference of 1 volt. So when an electrical device is connected across 2 points between which there is a potential difference of 1 volt and a current of 1 ampere is flowing through the wire. So if a current of 1 ampere is flowing through the wire and the potential difference between the 2 points of a wire is 1 volt, the power consumed is said to be watt. Okay, this definition basically comes from, and it is also SI unit of a power. Okay, it is generally used like Newton we use here, we use watt for power almost every time, but we'll come to this. So power is equals to nothing but voltage into current, that we have seen in the previous class. So P is equals to V into I, and using Ohm's law, if we do the substitution for I, we will get a second expression, or if we do the substitution for V, we will get a different expression. Fine. So power is 1 watt when potential difference is 1 volt and current flowing through the wire is 1 ampere. Now before getting into the details, I would also like to bring in your notice two very important things. Number one, power has a unit of work done per unit time. Okay, that we have seen in previous class also and in this class also. Power is nothing but rate of doing work. That means work done divided by time. Okay, and remember, work done is nothing but equal to energy. So sometimes we calculate work done equals to heat energy dissipated or heat energy used. So work done is nothing but energy. Whenever we do work, energy is consumed. So work done is measured in basically joules and time in seconds. Okay, but here we have seen that power has a unit of what? Watt or watt. Okay, so that also means that this joules per second is nothing but watt. So joule per second is equals to watt. So when 1 joule or energy is consumed for every 1 second, then we can say the power is nothing but 1 watt. Fine. This is for electrical circuit. Watt. In mechanics, again we will see watt, but with a different definition. Then also pay attention kindly. about certain units. For example, let's say kg meter per second square. Okay, so this is a unit of force, mass into acceleration. Mass is measured in kg and acceleration is measured in meter per second square. So kg meter per second square, we name it as Newton. So this is SI unit. In SI units, it is written like this, but then for general purpose, we write it like this. Both are treated equivalent to SI units. So kg meter per second square is nothing but Newton. Okay, and then Newton into meter is nothing but joules. Kindly pay attention. These kind of questions come in entrance exam. So Newton into meter is nothing but joules. Okay, and right now we have seen that joules per second is nothing but watt. So kindly remember this and pay attention. So kg meter per second square is Newton, Newton meter is joules, and Newton meter per second is nothing but joules per second, which is nothing but watt.